I have a question for you. Hey, wait. Do you think you would have been a follower of Jesus? Just think about it. Would you have followed Jesus? I know it sounds like a strange question. And most of you go like, yeah, I would have followed Jesus. After all, it's Jesus, man. Say, who wouldn't like Jesus? I mean, this guy did miracles. He walked on water. This guy literally turned water into wine. Walevi pia nawajua sana. Nawajua, sijawacha nyuma. But the question is, would you have followed Jesus? Just think about it. Now, the thing is, I know you're thinking about now. But I want us to go some centuries back to the first century. Do you think you could have followed Jesus? You see, in the first century, vitu kwa ground zilikuwa different. And this is what I mean. In the first century, there were a lot of conflicting information about who Jesus truly was. Unaona? So, this is the thing. I want you to imagine, you're back in the first century. Manze no Wi-Fi, no TV, no nothing. Hata gazeti, newspaper, hakuna. Sawa? So, this is the thing. You guys, umetulia tu. And your neighbor comes. And your neighbor is like, hey, by the way, guys, there is this cool rabbi, man. Say, this rabbi guys have been talking about, and he's coming to our town. So, he tells you about this rabbi. Manze, but you know, deep down, you have heard of this rabbi. And you have heard different things about him. Some guys, huko nje wanasema, this guy is Elijah. This guy is a great prophet. In fact, some are even saying this guy is John the Baptist, who had died, but now has come back to life. That is one part of the story. Then there is the other part of the story. Unaona? Guys are saying, this guy, manze, this guy is a demon. This guy is Beelzebub himself. That is the chief of demons, bana. And these are all words on the street. In fact, kuna some guys who they are religious leaders. Think of this as in your pastor, your church elder, your imam. Just think of your religious leader who have said that if any one of you guys is seen hanging around with this guy or says that this guy is the Messiah, then they are kicked out of the church or kicked out of the synagogue. Back then it was a synagogue, not a church. But think of this. If your pastor today told you if you confess a certain guy is a Messiah or the guy you have been expecting, you'll be kicked out. Manze, how will you feel, bana? Will you be able even to go check that guy? Already eshapewa threat, yeah? This guy is demonic. So that's the picture that I want you to have in your mind. Unaona? And the reason why I'm bringing this topic is very important. Currently, or ever since a long time ago, people use such stereotypes to prevent other people from actually accessing information from people who have information. But then talking of Jesus this way, nilisahau kuweka disclaimer that I'm actually talking of Jesus as portrayed in the gospel. Sawa. So that is a disclaimer that you can get out of the way. Now think about that, manze. You know about this guy. You have heard about him. So, would you have the curiosity or the initiative to go do some research to find out what is really true about this guy? Is he a demon? Does he have a demon? Does he do his things by power of demons? Ama would you go and find out if this guy is a good guy, man? Would you go and see if this guy is a good guy? Any a guy who you can trust? Unaona? So, what I want you to get out of this whole video actually is that when you hear guys being branded as devil worshippers, a group of people, kwanza you do your research. I'm speaking like this. By the way, I was a former Jehovah's Witness. I know you guys, most of you know this. I'm a former Jehovah's Witness. And people claimed Jehovah's Witnesses were devil worshippers, which isn't actually true. But then the irony of it is that Jehovah's Witnesses themselves brand those who have left, like me, that we are apostates. It's a word that they fear. They totally fear. And Their watchtower claims that apostates have imitated Satan. So you see, the same devil branding that is being done on them is the same thing they're also doing to us. And this tactic has been used, and guys have used it. For majority of people, they know it will deter them from trying to find out the truth. And that's why they use it. That's why it was even used on Jesus himself. If you look at the scriptures. Unaona? So what I'll tell you is, when you ever find a group of people being branded by some names, oh, they are devil worshippers, or they are what, where find out about them. Find out who they are, find out who they believe. And with that in mind, Pia, I'd encourage guys to find out about, if you know about me currently, I'm an atheist. So find out about atheists. Find out what they believe. Find out what drew them to that conclusion. So you may be surprised. All I'm saying is I'm encouraging guys to talk, and I'm opening a platform where guys can ask questions about these things. So I'm starting my own YouTube channel. Inaitwa Tuongee. The YouTube channel is called Tuongee. So I'll be covering religion, philosophy, and also Jehovah's Witnesses. So I know guys want to know who are Jehovah's Witnesses and such things. So this will be an open platform where you guys can drop your comments. And since this video is premiering on Instagram, you guys can drop me comments on what you'd like to see. And also go to the YouTube channel and check it out. I'll be posting links shortly. So thanks guys, and bye bye.